Welcome back. Now, drawing from that report from Niger State, how would you respond? Because it seems to suggest so many that the actions of the chairman of your party, Oshiomhole, has the capacity to implode the party or even destroy it.
You see, the clip you just showed is Niger State, out of 36. They've talked about 2 seats out of 360, right? That's why I keep saying I want to work with figures. There are 360 House of Representative seats, 109 Senate seats, and well over 800 House of Assembly seats. You showed me protests in 2 states, in 2 seats out of 360. These protesters that you see here, especially those talking about Adu, they were at the National Secretariat on Friday. In fact, if only you could, I was the one who came out, took them into my office.
Was their issue resolved?
Wait, listen, look, be patient with me. Because I've got reports that I was too agitated before we went on break, which is unfortunate. So be patient with me, just be patient. So they came, they stated their issues. And I told them that there is a process to follow. Follow this process. I said to them, as legal advisor, if you bring your issues on the table, on my honor, and I told them on my honor, I would address it. They had been there for about 3 hours. Many people had come to the block. But after we spoke, we all went back out together. And they applauded me, they were grateful, and they left.
Does that mean the issues are resolved?
So if that happened on Friday, and I even promised them that I would, for your sake, come to the office on Saturday so I can receive your issues and address. Unfortunately, they didn't bring what I asked them to do. So there is still internal. You've just heard it now. We have up till November 17th. If we need to even rejig and look at issues that people have raised. And like I've always said, and I will repeat that again, the leader of the party, the president, has given a promise to all party members that they would address the issues. And many of these issues are being addressed.
Mr. Ogala.
Yes. These are those
you heard that cases. Report. You heard that report.
Yes.
Very clearly. One of the submissions is that a candidate scored well over 30,000 to a candidate who scored 5,000.
Yes.
And that's who scored 5,000 is declared the winner.
That is
just not right.
That is the allegation.
How will you solve such a situation? How will you work with INEC or whoever the agency is to try to see that these figures are brought out and then it's corrected before 17th of November?
That is the allegation. I was not there. So I cannot say the man is saying the truth or not saying the truth. But however, we had an appeals committee, which was headed by Professor Osumbo, a professor of law. We have the likes of Otumba Ruben Famuyibo. We have the likes of Wale Fakponda. Who else was there? There are about 6 of them, all lawyers, who sat down over all these protests and made their recommendations. They made their recommendations to the National Working Committee. In some instances, they upheld some appeals. So for me, like I've always advised, let us follow process. If you say your candidate scored 5, and mine scored 1, and mine that scored 1 is not being forwarded, you have legitimate right to protest the anomaly. And the way to protest the anomaly is to explore the mechanism of the party.
You say
not go on the streets.
You say there is no problems in Akwa Ibom, in states like Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, in Enugu, in Ebonyi State.
Yes.
Which are those states that Osita raised. But let's go back to Abuja now.
And
let us get his response so that he can tell us. Let him tell us what those issues are as he raised.
Okay.
Ajuri.
Welcome back to Abuja, where I'm standing by with Mr. Osita Okechukwu, who is the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria. You've heard Mr. Ogala's submissions, and at this juncture, I want to make sure you have a chance to respond. What is your response?
I understand where Ogala is coming from. My only fear is this. I have nothing personal against Adam Oshiomhole. But I'm saying that what happened before the Second World War in Germany, well, when Hitler started, They said, oh, no, he's attacking the communists. Later, he got to the Catholics. They said, no, we're not Catholics. It doesn't concern us. When he came to the Jews, they said, yeah, the Jews are, let him deal with the Jews until he got to everybody. That's my submission. That we are seeing narcissism. Somebody, a chairman that doesn't accept any other opinion that is contrary to his, that believes that he knows it all.
And what evidence do you have to back that up? When you say that he's
the evidence I have,
all,
why I'm saying he should resign, so that he doesn't put the APC, our great party, in jeopardy, is if I'm a national chairman and the party is placed on public cliffhanger. We're doubting whether we should file a candidate in Zamfara. Imo is in cliffhanger. Rivers State is in cliffhanger. Ogala is talking about Lagos and Ogun State. What happened? The leadership of Lagos State, just like the Ogun State leadership of the party, conducted the primaries. Clement Ebiri did not conduct the primaries in Lagos. Oshiomhole upheld that. But he didn't uphold the one in Ogun. Is it not duplicity? I'm saying that he cannot be trusted. He did an advert with the money of the party, saying party state A, you are going direct. State B, you are going indirect. This one, all the major newspapers. In his own whims and caprices, he changes the next day. There's a young boy who suffered in ACN as chairman of ACN in Enugu State. He's the only person that bought form for Ibeze, North Udenu Federal Constituency, and was proclaimed winner. And the 2 days to the submission, he was not given form. Nobody bought form in his constituency with him. And what I'm saying is that when you grossly violate the constitution of the party, I told you what the party stated, that in conducting this, please, it must be democratic. And it must take some fine tenets of democracy into account.
I need to get into some of the other allegations you have leveled against the national chairman.
Yes.
You have asked publicly now for a probe to be conducted into the accounts of not only the national chairman but also his associates, because you allege that corruption, that there was a corrupt series of transactions that took place that essentially led to some of the conclusions within the primaries in some of the states that we saw. That's a heavy allegation. Do you stand on that?
I would want, first and foremost, the call log of Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. Start with the call log. The call log are there deposited in the scrolls of the providers of the phone calls. Start with there. A lot of people now give money in cash, so it's difficult to trace these days. But I'm saying that the outcome of the primaries, whether you like Adams Oshiomhole or you hate him, if you place it on a scale, he failed. Why did he fail? Because he's narcissistic. He believes only in himself. He doesn't accommodate alternate views. And if you do not accommodate alternate views in democracy, you're a danger to the process.
Mr. Okechukwu, when you look at
I'm not attacking him as a person. I want the APC. I came a long way in the opposition. I know what President Muhammadu Buhari means for the country. And if he continues, before 2023, we'll have additional 5,000 megawatts of electricity. We'll have additional 5,000 federal roads, kilometers of federal roads. We'll have additional 5,000 standard gauge rail lines.
Mr. Okechukwu,
and these are in jeopardy. It's in jeopardy because of a man who do not listen to anybody.
Okay, Mr. Okechukwu.